to be fair, as a current player myself, since I've known Lance and I've been doing the corrective exercises myself for the last 2 seasons, this year I had the best year that I've had in 10 years. As a 34-year-old, I had the best year that I've had since I made my major league debut in 2011. So I can see firsthand that my receiving metrics for catching were the best that they've been, and my offensive metrics were the best that they've been. Blocking, excellent. Everything, all my numbers have jumped, and these are measurable metrics where I've gotten better as a 34-year-old man. Imagine what we could do with these youth players that are still in the development phase of their bodies and of their lives. Doing the things that are important and using the building blocks to build the things that are important first to give these players a great foundation to build on just inspires me. And I think it's just such a brilliant idea, and it's going to help so many people.
I've been super lucky that every year I've been in a pro league. So I currently right now play for Athletes Unlimited. And I also am on Team USA. I'm a Division I college coach, and I am so excited to be a part of Area Scouts. So my role is going to be working with midfielders. I love this just because I feel like I've been playing for so long and I've had different coaching style, and I've learned a bunch of different tips that have made me the player I am today. And I love any opportunity to be able to share, those insights, especially with youth players. I feel like they just have so much opportunity to grow and get better with, individualized and personal training. And this platform is just really great for that.
I think too, it just, sometimes people want to do it. They just don't know how. And I think that's what Area Scouts does give you is a plan. Because now if you really want to do it, now you have a plan and it's accessible to you now. That's something which got me interested, obviously, with Area Scouts is that's something I wish I did have. Like, I was fortunate to have a coach, but to have something with everything in it, whether it's training, nutrition, the workout, it's that's awesome for a reasonable price. And I think you can get that now, but you might have to break an arm off or a leg off.
I don't want to do any of this just to make them the best baseball, softball, whatever sport they are. I want them to be set up to live a great life. And I'm 35 and I'm done my career as far as playing. I still have a lot of time left. So, if you don't get to college, or if you don't, make it as far as you like to, whenever your career is done, you're still going to have a lot of your life left. So just giving them tools to make them the greatest athlete in person at the beginning. And then, whenever baseball ends, have them set up for after. And I strongly believe me being into this stuff that directly translates that no matter what you're doing in life.
I think that's what drew me to Area Scouts, because I felt like, if I knew or had a platform like Area Scouts 10 years ago when I was in high school, it could have been different for me. And I think that's what's special, is that there is avenues for an athlete who was like me to know better and do better. And same with coaches. And I think that's awesome.
Where I see the evaluation process with, the Area Scouts coaches being able to actually evaluate their talent in a scouting fashion, where you can evaluate the mechanical aspect along with add some analytical metrics into an evaluation, say with a hitter or a catcher, infielder, outfielder, pitcher in baseball, I think is really important. And then these athletes will receive these evaluations from the Area Scouts.
I'm just super excited that I get to share my knowledge, because I believe that I had a really great coaching staff to make me a really great blocker. And that's kind of what I'm known for. Now I get to share that knowledge. And that's super exciting to me, because if I had this knowledge when I was coming through club in high school, when I was 14, 15, 16, like, just how much better could I have been as I went through college? And now I finally am as good as I am, but what if I was better earlier? What would that have changed? So now I get to share that with young girls coming up and boys through volleyball.
I'm so excited to be joining Area Scouts, because everyone in this organization is so dedicated to helping these young kids perform at their best at a young age. But now kids, they can do it on their laptops. They can do it on their computers at home. They have everything that they need right there in front of them. And then they can go into the backyard. They can go out to the field. They can go out anywhere really, and really hone in on these skills, which is I think really great.
So I want good coaching to be more accessible for young athletes, especially at the youth and developmental level. I think that is the most crucial time for kids to learn a solid mechanical foundation. And even though the mechanics won't be perfect at that age, for them to just be exposed to proper verbiage and to see proper technique, I think that'll go a long way. And then what attracted me to this platform.
And then one of the things that has been my focus with volleyball for a long time has just been growing the game and providing opportunities where there aren't any. I didn't have the opportunity to go play. I had my parents' coach, so I was around it, but I had to do a lot of the learning was just all on my own and me putting myself out there. So opportunities for players to get great feedback, which will, in the end, it's going to develop the game a lot more because we're going to be able to hopefully get more players to understand the game more, be educated about volleyball instead of just playing the sport, playing the game.
The amount of science in our game and the training mechanisms we have, at our disposal is made, not just in baseball, in sports in general, it's made the athlete better. And so, what it's done is it's raised the bar. The bar's up here now. And so the old training methods, are becoming obsolete. And I loved, hearing some of Anthony's ideas on some of the biomechanics that goes along with it. It's a big part of what we do now. And for these guys to start picking up some of that training at 8 years old or 10 or 12, they're going to be way ahead of the game down the road because their bodies and their athleticism is going to improve at a rate that no one could ever imagine.
Don't get bitter, find a way to get better, find a way to become a better you. Because, on one side, I'm like, I know I'm not crazy because my friends who I dominate in my front yard and in the neighborhood, they're actually playing, obviously they had experience, playing organized sports whereas I didn't. And I think about, area scouts. Had I had something or someone like that where I could learn the fundamentals and actually, prepare me for the organized sports, right. I could have been that much further on my development journey. One word from the right coach, mentor, can change, an athlete's destiny. It really can. And I'm living proof of that.